Hello and welcome back everyone, Matsuyorific here, and unfortunately I was trying to do a live reaction to the video at E3 for Pokemon Sun and Moon, but sadly my microphone decided not to record, so yeah, an entire hour's worth of video just had to be completely scrapped. So I decided to instead just sit here and talk to you guys about what happened in E3. No video, just me talking on a screen. So we got some cool new information. Not a whole lot of information, but a little bit. We got to see a brand new Pokemon called Goose. It's sort of like a little mongoose, as you could tell from the name. Its design is, for the most part, cute, until you get to its mouth. It's got this really wide, round, teethy grin, and the teeth are like really triangular, and the smile just does not look good. It does not look good at all. But the rest of it looks cute. It's just that one mouth thing. It's kind of like Bidoof, or not Bidoof. It's kind of like Patrat. How Patrat was, for the most part, cute, and then it opens its eyes, and you see these crazy eyes, and it's like not good at all. We also got to see the bird Pokemon that we got to see in the original trailer for the 20th anniversary. Pikipek. It's a hummingbird Pokemon, like a lot of people guessed. We didn't get to see a whole lot of it, but we did get to see it, and now its name is confirmed, so that's really cool. One of the things that they're doing with the Pokédex, you'll show, like, say, in the video he caught a Ledybot, and then it showed another little blank spot for where Ledian would eventually go, and that's to try to give people some incentive to complete the Pokédex, fill that empty spot, which was really cool, especially for Dex collectors who are seeing these new Pokemon and are like, okay, well, how many times does this evolve? And it'll actually tell you. Or is this an evolved Pokemon? Do I need to breed it to get the previous evolution? Which usually they're pretty good about that, unless it's like a Pokemon from a previous generation. So, Goose, I believe it showed that Goose evolves once, and Pikipek evolves twice. So we get two evolutions for Pikipek, which will be really cool. One of the other things that they did, which was really cool, was they modified the bottom screen. So before you had the big fight up here, and then down here was bag, run, and Pokemon. Well, now they've got fight over here, like it takes up a good portion of the screen, and then down at the bottom you've got run, and then on the left you've got Pokemon and bag. And underneath the text you can actually see these cute little icons. The attack button has this little the little triangle thing underneath of it, the little triangular edgy circle thing. Excuse me. The run icon has feet underneath of it. The Pokemon icon has a little ball under it, and the bag icon has a picture of the bag. And then in the center, you get to see the sprite art of the two Pokemon that are in battle. So you get to see your Pokemon over here, and then the opponent's Pokemon over here. And one of the things they did to upgrade that to make it a little bit easier for not only new players but also experienced players who don't like having to keep track of how stats have been reduced is you can actually tap on the Pokemon on the touchscreen if their stats have been reduced and see just how much their stats have been reduced, which is really cool. You can also, if you're in the attack menu, and you got all these different attacks on there, you can hold down the R button and then press A on one of the attacks to see what the attack does, which is really cool because if you couldn't remember what your attacks did, in previous games, you had to exit out of the fight menu, go into the Pokemon menu, select the Pokemon, make sure you don't hit switch to Pokemon if it's a Pokemon that's not in battle at the moment, and then select the check moves to see what each move did. And that was such a lengthy process, but now you could do that right on the main screen, which was really cool. Unfortunately, my computer, the stream was glitching in and out a lot while they were talking about the Pokedex, so I didn't get to hear a lot about what they said about the Pokedex. I guess the Pokedex does appear on the bottom screen as you're walking, but during the gameplay that they were showing, that was blank because he hadn't gotten the Pokedex yet. In the little demo that they were playing, they automatically started with Poplio, and then they got to catch Ladybug, Goose, Pikipek. That was it. Just those 3 Pokemon was all that was seen, and you get to battle a couple of trainers on your way to the next town, and then there was this festival where they were, I can't remember the name of the deity that they're holding this festival for, but they mentioned that they're holding the festival in the name of some deity, which I'm assuming is probably going to be some new legendary Pokemon that we have not seen yet. Only time will tell on that, but it was definitely not Solgaleo or Lunala. And then you battled How, who had a Litten as well as a Pichu, which was interesting. And then they ended the demo after that battle. But I don't know if there would be more to that demo afterwards. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see too much about what was going on in there because it was going so fast that I couldn't read the text. Because they were talking over it, and they were just sort of jamming A as the text was going by. You couldn't really read that very well. So hopefully, once it goes up on YouTube, people will be able to break that down and read what exactly is going on in there. Personally, I'm hoping that we'll be able to get a free-to-download demo for the 3DSs, same as how we had a free-to-download demo for Oris, where you got to download the game, have a little mini-quest, check out some of the Pokemon and the graphics that were in the game. And I'm really hoping that we can get something similar to that for Sun and Moon. Get a demo that we can download for free, check out the game, preferably, somewhere along the lines of what they showed. Now, there is one other new feature that was shown off that we have never heard about before, and it is brand new to Pokemon. And the new feature is, they called it a Battle Royale, where it's like a multiplayer Pokemon battle, which was really cool. It kind of reminds me of back in the old N64 days when we had Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2, and you could have 4-player Pokemon battles where one player controlled 3 Pokemon on a team, another player controlled 3 more Pokemon on that same team, then you had the other team that was controlled by 2 players controlling 3 and 3 Pokemon. But this time it's actually 4 trainers with 4 different teams of 3, and everyone sends out 1 Pokemon at a time, and the goal is to knock out all the other Pokemon. They said something about a point system where it tallies up how many Pokemon you knocked out. So I guess it's not completely a last Pokemon standing sort of thing, and more how many Pokemon can you knock out, and can you knock out more Pokemon than the other players, which would be kind of a cool thing. I would assume that being the last one standing would also give you some points too, but it'll be interesting in seeing how that plays out. That should be pretty interesting for the meta game as well. I'm not a hardcore competitive player, but that will definitely be something that a lot of competitor players will be excited for. At least I would hope they'd be excited for. I think it's kind of cool. They also showed off, while they were showing that off, you got to see the 2 main characters in their original designs, And then you also got to see the main characters again with the modified skin and hair colors, as well as different outfits. And I'm so excited because I was really worried that you would only be able to change your hair and skin colors in the beginning of the game, and then that would be it. But now it's been confirmed you can change your clothes in Sun and Moon, and I am super excited. I cannot wait to develop my own custom style. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. So that was about it. They didn't show a whole lot off. In fact, the beginning of the video was pretty much just them showing off a new trailer. And I say new because it is technically new, but it's really just a mishmash of everything that we got from the previous trailers. So there wasn't really anything new in the trailer. They didn't really talk about the 2 new Pokemon that were released in Coral. Technically, Coral is not supposed to come out until tomorrow, so I guess I could see why. But the only other thing they really talked about was, they talked about Zygarde a little bit, and they confirmed that he does have an importance to the story. They obviously didn't say what it was, but Zygarde is confirmed for Sun and Moon. He will have his own storyline. Other than that, they did mention that the reason why they named the game Sun and Moon was because the sun is important to life on Earth, as well as the moon. They're both celestial bodies that are important to life. So I'm kind of assuming that a third game will probably be like Pokemon Earth, but we still haven't gotten Pokemon Z yet. I think it would be really cool to have a game that continues both X and Y and Sun and Moon, and have it be like Pokemon Earth Z or something. I think that would be really cool. I don't know what they would do, especially since we haven't seen what the evil team is for Sun and Moon yet. Excuse me. But maybe once Sun and Moon officially comes out and we see what the evil team is and what their goal is, we could probably start to speculate, what a combination game would be like. I think that would be really cool, because we've never had that before. But if anything, I'd say Pokemon Z is probably going to come out next year, if they are going to make Pokemon Z. And they're probably only doing Sun and Moon because it is the 20th anniversary, and they wanted to get these games out this year. And then they'll probably do Z next year. Hopefully. Hopefully. Because I doubt they'd be able to make a new Mystery Dungeon game right away. And I doubt that we'll be seeing Diamond and Pearl remakes next year either, since we just got the Aurus remakes, and it had been so long since the Gold and Silver remakes before we got the Ruby and Sapphire remakes. I don't see the Diamond and Pearl remakes coming out in the next year or two, but hopefully, after they get Pokemon Z out, they'll be able to get to the remakes going. So that'd be really cool. That's really about it. So, like I said, there's not really a whole lot of new info aside from the 4-way battles and the new Pokemon that was announced or shown. So I guess that's about all there is for today's video. If you liked this video, be sure to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't, and leave a comment about what you're excited about for Sun and Moon. What do you think about the 4-way battle system that's being implemented? And if you've seen Goose's design, please, somebody defend this thing. I feel so bad for it. Oh, anyway, I will see you guys in the next one. Psych! I got something more for you guys. So, we have a brand new trailer that just hit YouTube, And I already watched it because I wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to be the same trailer that they showed at E3, and it's not. It's actually got some of the stuff in it that I told you about earlier, and I thought we would watch it together. So, here we go. Let's go ahead and watch this and analyze and see if we can spot anything new, because there is one new Pokemon that was not shown at E3 that is shown in this video, and you get to see Goose as well. So, let's take a look at what we have here. New Pokemon discovered. So here we got Peck, and it is the Woodpecker Pokemon with P9 ability. And there's Goose. I told you guys. I told you. Oh my gosh. Oh, you poor baby. You could have been cute if it weren't for that smile. It doesn't look so bad in the artwork, but just wait till you see it. So its ability to stake out the strong jaw. Oh my goodness. Look at that poor smile. And this is a new Pokemon, Grubbin. I'm assuming it's Grubbin because I guess it's based off of the grub. So Grubbin, grub. Ability of Storm, it's a bug type, so it's going to be the early route bug type, which means it'll probably evolve into a cocoon and then something else afterwards. So, although, taking a look at this design, it kind of looks like something I might imagine a baby form for Heracross and Pinsir to look like, just because of those little pincers on it, and the skin around the face does seem to match Pinsir's skin tone. Same for the way the mouth is jagged, looks kind of like Pinsir's. So that would be kind of interesting if this was like a baby form for Pinsir and Heracross. But somehow I also kind of doubt it. It's probably just the early routes bug type Pokemon, and it's probably going to evolve into a cocoon and then some butterfly bee sort of thing. Not that we don't have enough of those already. So, it's not really cute, but it'll probably evolve into something badass. And then, of course, we've got Magearna, who we already know about. We've known about her since before Sun and Moon. That was even a thing. And it looks like her special ability allows her to raise her special attack if one of her partner Pokemon gets knocked out. So that would be kind of cool. And here is the brand new battle mode. As you can see here, you got the main characters right here, and then some different little designs for them. The hairstyles are still the same, just different colors, but you get to see the new outfits, and I'm so excited. And yay! Unfortunately, it doesn't look like you take your hat off because they've all got hats. But still, that'd be really that would still be interesting. One thing I'm noticing down here is that it looks like there's spots available for 6 Pokemon. I don't know if that's just because you could have 6 Pokemon in your party, but according to what they said at E3, you can only bring 3 Pokemon into a battle royale. So I'm not really sure why there's spaces down here for 6 Pokemon. I would think that you would select those Pokemon first and then go into the battle, but whatever. So let's take a look at some of the gameplay for this. It looks really cool. So as you can see, it's a 4-way battle, and let's take a look at the stadium here, because this stadium is really cool. It's really nice. You can see in the stands here that they did actually fill the stands up, which is one thing a lot of people were complaining about with the X and Y, with the Gen 6 online battles, is that the stands didn't really feel full. It just felt like a hologram. And this feels like a much more realistic stadium, like you would actually go and battle in the stadium. Like you could see the stadium in the anime. And I really love the stadium. I love how all the gates have different Pokemon, like you're coming out of their mouths. You got a Charizard gate, you got a Tyranitar gate, You can't see it in this, but there's a Gyarados gate down here, and I think this is supposed to be like a Giratina gate, which doesn't make sense because which doesn't make a whole lot of sense because it's the only legendary, but still, yeah, I think it is supposed to be Giratina. So let's take a look at the battle, and you can see here Pikachu's attacking the Rowlet, and you can choose which Pokemon you're gonna attack. You don't attack all of them at once, although it would be really cool if, similar to Horde battles, you can have specific attacks that will attack all the Pokemon directly. Like, say, if you were to teach your Popplio how to use Surf, and then you can use Surf on all of these guys. That would be kind of cool. Or maybe you teach Rowlet how to use Razor Leaf, and you can use Razor Leaf on all of these guys. So that would be kind of cool. One thing that they talked about in the E3 trailer was that they're really excited for is that they've got the proportions set up properly between the Pokemon and the trainers, which, looking at this battle screen, I mean, I get, you gotta take into account perspective, but that Pikachu looks way too big to sit on that trainer's shoulder. I don't know, it might just be the perspective, but it might be killing the dream of having a Pikachu perched on your shoulder. And there you get to see the, another little, let's not be staring at her butt. You get to see this really cool thing. This is for when you're selecting your moves and stuff. It's got a timer. So you got 60 seconds to select your move, and you got to, looks like, it kind of looks like it's saying there's an hour for the match to go on. But I don't know if you'll be able to adjust that, especially for competitive play. I should think that would make sense for competitive play to have it be like 30 minutes or maybe even 15 to try and keep it short. But, I mean, an hour seems like a long time for a Pokemon battle. I suppose they would have to add a little bit extra time to it since it is 4 trainers all at once instead of the usual 2. But still, I think half an hour would be plenty. So that's about all the new information that they gave us. And really, that's about it. I already broke down everything. There's not really a whole lot to really break down aside from the new Pokemon and the 4-way Battle Royale. So, again, leave a comment down below what you're excited about, and I will see you guys in the next one. This time, I mean it.